Walmart has a dumpster in their video section where you can buy 10 recent terror flicks on DVD for $5. Let them end up there, while I cry all the way to the bank with doggone films. I think that still applies to A Doggone Adventure, and god damn it, this movie's great, and they should make so much bank.
This movie fucking ruled, y'all!
They deserve to make money off of this. Can I say that they actually deserve to make money off of this for once?
For once, yeah.
For once, they deserve it. They deserve to make money. This was a good, good quote-unquote film. It was...
We're excited. We're excited to listen to... Oh man, I'm so excited to talk about Doggone Adventure. Welcome to Rough Cuts, everyone.
Yeah.
Dogs, they're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
It's okay, pal. They haven't spotted us yet. I'm gonna have to leave you, pal. Go! Go!
Mind if I take a look?
Show yourself before I call my dad.
It's me, Murphy!
Whoa! Double whoa!
You guys never met a dog?
Not a talking one.
I need the dog back in the lab. Get our best operative on it now.
That seems like an awful lot of trouble for a runaway Jack Russell.
That's no ordinary Jack Russell.
Are you an alien?
All I know is, one day I was a puppy doing puppy stuff, and the next day I could read Aristotle.
He's a dog and he's talking.
Are my kids gonna be safe?
Murphy is a very smart dog, Mrs. Hill. And if he's with your kids, they're gonna be perfectly safe.
I knew you guys would come!
All right, we have special guest Kobuddy again.
Hello, I brought you a better movie than last time. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a high bar. Don't get too, hold up. You don't need to, don't jerk yourself too much, because we did watch Food Fight.
We did watch Food Fight before.
That was,
the
least film of almost any film that we've ever watched. I would still posit that Love on a Leash is maybe worse, but not by much.
To be fair, I was referring to Tim Allen's The Shaggy Dog, but also that's still not a high bar.
Yeah, that's also still a very low bar, yeah.
I could have almost taken any film after Food Fight and been like, this is a masterpiece. I'm so excited. I've watched a movie. It's a film. It's on the screen and it's doing things. Wow. But this is actually above that bar somehow.
Yeah.
This is, okay.
Yeah.
This is not a real film, but it is a fun film. It is very much like they knew that this movie is shit and it's going to be shit and it's going to be low budget, and they leaned into it real damn hard and in the best ways, and it made it very good.
I mean, the fucked up thing is, there are actually some, actual actors in this film. Like, the guy who played the dad, Kurt Yeager, was, he's a recurring character in not, super prestige television, but shit like Sons of Anarchy, The Village, that kind of shit, where it's it's not really good show. Well, I don't know about Sons of Anarchy,
okay. But you're trying to pretend like you're surprised that any of these people are real actors. But did you see Jack Bowser?
Dog is back. Dog is back. Dog's back.
That man obviously is a real actor.
Yeah, so, because Kurt Yeager's also an NCIS LA. Yeah, he's a legitimate actor, and he does really well for the part that he's in. Paul Logan, not Logan Paul. Very important to know the difference.
We gotta mention that specifically for somebody on the podcast.
Yeah, somebody of the three of us didn't know the difference. I'm not going to say who.
Come on.
But it wasn't me. But yeah, so Paul Logan's in a ton of just B-movie schlock.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of good actors, schlock actors, and then kids with no acting skill at all.
Extremely.
Yes.
Absolutely no acting.
None.
Kids that do not even understand what the word
Yeah.
act means.
Which is great.
But that makes it good.
Yeah.
That I was gonna say, that
Yeah.
legitimately makes it, again, very funny and good.
It's a film that's fun to watch, not because it's well done, but because it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So, A Doggone Adventure is the third and last movie in the Doggone franchise, of which we haven't seen the middle film, Doggone Hollywood. But now I want to.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
The first one was bad, but had a few redeeming moments.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, for example, Principle Callahan.
You run a scam on me, you glass-jawed punk.
Which they brought
they
back.
had the
Which he's back in
They
the
had
movie,
Dirty
yeah.
Harry. Yeah, they had the Dirty Harry cousin as a principal, what's his brother? And now they brought back Principal Callahan. It's in the same universe. They keep
so
it.
good.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, and he's well, we may get into that later, but he's paired up against like the funniest character in this fucking film.
The biggest himbo in film.
Yes, correct. Yes.
That's not even a joke. That's just the character.
Yeah.
He fucking rules. God, I love Jack Bowser is a hell of a character.
Oh my god. I can't believe Nintendo let them take Bowser and put him in this property, but he does a damn good job.
Yeah, he's smarter than normal.
Yeah.
For Bowser.
Somehow. Before we get into the plot, I guess, Doggone Adventure originally was actually called A Doggone Mystery.
Yeah, I saw that image you sent.
They had two posters before they came up with A Doggone Adventure, and it was actually supposed to be a Sherlock dog that got detective kids to help him investigate why he was telepathic, and then solved that mystery. And instead, it turned into wild alien shit.
I was gonna say, they needed some reshoots to do that then.
Yeah. They changed the whole plot, basically. And then rebranded it.
I would say for the better, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It's just
who knows what they'd have gotten the other way around, too.
True. I'm just saying, there's some batshit stuff in this film.
Well, but Sherlock with aliens also sounds pretty batshit, because they could have done that, too.
True, if they did stick with the aliens.
Plus, there ain't no law that says a dog can't drive, as we all learned in Sherlock Bones.
Get in.
Sherlock?
I'm driving.
It's against the law. Billy, there's no law against dogs driving golf carts.
True.
Alright. Let's get into the film a bit, because this is a meaty film.
There's a lot that happens.
There's so much.
It's because it's 3 times more plot than normal. Actually, to be fair, it's infinity more plot than normal, because normally there's 0. So it's not 3 times 1.
Ilion, do you want to get into the intro? I will give you the intro to the film. What happens?
I'm confused still about what happens, because the movie never clears it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, the movie never actually resolves the intro, but...
Have you seen Detective Pikachu? Because it's basically that intro.
I haven't.
Kind of? Yeah?
But, okay, so you have Professor Man racing down a highway with very obvious drones following him, but they're not drones, they're actually alien spacecraft.
Correct.
Which you can tell,
Supposedly,
because when they
anyway.
dive down, it says, subtitled, alien noise.
Yeah.
That's how you know. Yeah.
Which is, by the way, the alien noises is like a drone.
Yeah.
And he then leans over to his co-conspirator and goes, They may catch me, but they can never catch you. Go, friend. And like does a cool guy slide with the car.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't. And then lets the dog out, and the dog runs into the woods. As he then gets slightly pulled off screen by a Adobe Premiere transition.
Yeah, he kind of just disappears, essentially.
Which is apparently the aliens abducting him, but it's not, because they never resolve that. He just appears again later, totally fine and unharmed, looking for the dog. I don't know why.
That was strange.
I was wondering, I'm like, okay, is it that I'm not paying enough attention to this movie, or am I just, like, not getting this? Because they never go back to it. They don't really need to
No,
be
they
honest,
don't.
for this
They
film to
don't.
work, because it's just fucking stupid and fun, but it's...
I don't think it's important, but they did rip off the X-Files theme. For
Oh, boy.
Oh,
the
yes, they did.
intro
Yes.
credit roll. Look, movies don't need establishing shots. You're thinking of short film.
Establishing shots, or words, or...
Oh my gosh!
Or direction, or X-Files themes.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
this is-
It's like the same four. It's the same four notes at the beginning, and then it changes slightly. So
like I said, like
it's legally distinct.
Yeah, kind of close, but not quite. Yeah, no, it's the Z files. They're not the X files, but
legally distinct.
But yeah, Professor Man jumps out of the car and tells the dog to run because the dog can't get caught by the aliens. Also, I want to point out that they have like this super high-speed chase scene where they're using shaky cam in the car because he's going off-road and everything. And you can very clearly see the speedometer at 0 because
it's stationary, on a green screen. It's very good. It's a very good effect. So after the intro, we're then introduced to our child detective club.
Well,
I guess, which are actually ghost hunters. Kind of.
Boy.
But don't forget that before we get introduced to the kids, we also get this shot of like an old man with the dog suddenly.
Because some random farmer found him. Found the dog.
That very much looked like the other old professor guy.
Yup,
it's true.
But like, just isn't. And then that scene happens essentially with no establishing shot.
So no idea why this dog is suddenly with another man. You thought it was a flashback for a little while.
Right.
Yeah, genuinely. I did think it was like a flashback.
Well, it's two old men wearing flannel. And we've only seen the first old man for about 30 seconds.
I'm flannel blind. Anybody wearing flannel looks the same to me. And because I live in Seattle, that's very tough for me. You don't understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, generally the way to identify most of the people in Seattle is by their flannel colors, because if you look at their face and their beard, you're not going to get any...
It's a beard and then black frame, thick glasses. They all look the same.
So, like, how are you going to get any details off that? You've got to go by the flannel. But if you're flannel blind, it's a problem.
Flannel blind is a very serious issue, and if you have problems, you need to donate to it. Okay, anyway, moving on.
The Seattle Flannel Hospital. Yeah.
Fuck off! So
they have a flannel ward, don't they?
That might actually exist. Fuck off. So, our ghost hunter club of detectives are flying a CGI drone, which is different than the other drones that we've already seen.
Hold on, also the drone that they're holding 30 seconds before that.
And the real drone they're holding. Into a abandoned house, looking for ghosts so that they can get, quote-unquote, mega views on their YouTube channel.
Right, the mega views!
And be as popular as Samantha Bee.
Mega views on our YouTube channel.
Or maybe even as popular as that YouTube sensation, Paul Logan.
Ugh.
Fuck off!
Right.
Sorry, just a quick background. Kobuddy picked this movie specifically because Kobuddy saw YouTube sensation on the top corner, which it was talking about the Jack Russell Terrier, which has a YouTube channel. And then Kobuddy saw Paul Logan and thought that it was Logan Paul.
Look, it was like 2 a.m. You can fuck off.
So as they're flying around, they get a jump scare from a cat.
And the girl says, a classic cat scare.
Classic cat scare. And then they find 2 crab people.
2 rubber monster aliens.
2 rubber monster crab people. And they fly the drone out scared. And then we find out that those 2 crab people are actually bootleggers. As in, they make fake boots. They're bootleggers. They steal shoes and put stickers on them to say that it's their brand instead, and then they bootleg sell them on eBay.
Yeah,
I love the idea of this, that they're They're just slapping a sticker on already labeled shoes.
Right.
That they bought, presumably.
It doesn't even make sense, right?
Or stole.
Well, but they don't say that they stole them. They even talk about we bought all these shoes. Like they talk about it like, oh, nobody's being harmed. We just get these shoes and then resell them as ours. And it's like, how does this business make money?
I don't know. They must have fallen off a truck, right? It's the only explanation. But then why do they have the shoe conveyor belt machine?
Also, Kobuddy, why are they space aliens? Do you remember?
Because they were trying to scare off people from
But not just that. Think about their shoe. What was their shoe company?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah,
no.
It was okay. It was Sci-Fi Shoes, and it had 2 crab people as the label.
2 crab people, yeah.
Which is really funny because they're just fucking Converse. They're sticking a green sticker on. They don't even do any custom shit to them. It's
Like, where are they selling? It has to be eBay, right? And then what's eBay gonna do? Remove their account? They'll just make another one.
Good questions.
That's how eBay works. Anyways, after the bootlegger scene, literally, we get a very good TV show intro. I'll let Kobuddy talk about the TV show because it's very, very good.
I'm sorry, the what?
The TV show
intro.
You don't remember the TV show?
Right. Yes. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So the dog, the dog suddenly comes back, as we learn we learn why later on, but the dog is suddenly roaming through the town, city, whatever, and he sees this, he sees this TV show. And it's Unresolved Mysteries, hosted by the kid's dad.
Yeah.
Unresolved Mysteries.
Yeah, Unresolved Mysteries.
Legally distinct.
And the episode is about the thing that happened to the dog with the professor driving.
It's literally a reproduction of the intro scene we already saw.
Yeah.
But with better graphics.
Yeah, with better CGI than what actually happened.
What?
The date, October 7th. Place, a dusty road in New Mexico nearly 6 years ago. Dr. Roland Masters speeds along a desert road. Something unknown. Something witnesses claim was not of this earth. Masters, a former employee of the Galactitech Research Facility,
Galactitech,
but was not mentioned for over an hour.
It's okay, little guy. They're not gonna get you.
Wait, this is just a dramatic reenactment of the first thing of the movie!
Yes!
Oh my god!
Did you not notice?
I didn't realize until I was looking at the dog!
Dr. Masters took
really
with him
good.
the super secret project he had been working on. One local farmer was an eyewitness to what transpired next.
I was putting my goats back in the barn. All of a sudden,
This
these
fucking
2
lips.
wild saucers come flaring by the skies.
I don't even.
This guy, he was in a car trying to escape, but he finally gave up, pulled off to the side of the road. This is when it got really interesting. These saucers are just floating.
There wasn't a lake.
Just floating. They're making this noise. Very irritating noise.
Yeah, keep making it. Yeah.
This is better effects than what actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
their in-universe TV show has better effects than the actual movie.
Staring at the whole thing. This was very overwhelming. I still don't believe my eyes. It's aliens.
Aliens.
Gross.
Exactly what happened on that ominous day may never be
Gets angry and leaves the
Why
interview.
did Dr.
Holy
Masters
shit.
suddenly plan his escape? What is the intriguing secret he was so anxious to keep from the world? Goodbye, and keep
That
watching
fucking whipped.
the sky.
I think that this sounds dumb and it sounds like boring. It wasn't. It was amazing.
It was
an
very
incredible
funny.
decision.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Like
they
it's
gotta...
actually hilarious watching them do a reenactment, like a bad reenactment of their already bad intro, but like now they're kind of making it bad on purpose because it's a reenactment, and it's just, oh god, it's fucking fantastic.
And
it's
the
so
dog
good.
looks nothing like the actual dog.
Like the
No.
puppy, no, it doesn't. No, and yeah, it's a different dog in the reenactment, completely.
Yeah, completely
It's
different.
a very good joke, which is a running
yeah.
theme in this movie.
Yeah, like there are actual fucking jokes in this movie.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
So we find out that the show is getting canceled because nobody's watching it, and then we're taken to a train robbery scene. This movie is just going everywhere. There's no
like
no
different
link.
plots. Yeah.
So we're introduced to the best character, Jack Bowser.
Yes, who is, by the way, he's holding like, it's supposed to be like this radar sensor or something, but it's very clearly just a phone on like a very small selfie stick.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, is Jack Bowser the best character though?
Name a better character.
Principal Callahan.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, best main character.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
I also, Principal Callahan might not be as good as Jack Bowser. Jack Bowser's pretty good.
I want to see Jack Bowser in another movie that's not a Doggone movie. Just like inserted into a scene.
Yes.
Like
yeah,
just artificially insert him into Pulp Fiction or something, right? Like it'd be perfect.
I'm Jack Bowser, private security operative. That sounds fucking stupid. Shut up. Which is a joke they do later.
Yeah.
It's legitimately a thing that they have in this movie.
Yeah.
What the hell are you?
Jack Bowser, private security operative.
Oh man, so he's going through a train looking for a criminal or like confidential
something. Like that, yeah.
And he's walking
She's
by.
There's
There's
a
like,
manila folder that has like handwritten on it, top secret classified.
Right, yeah, it was like
as she's running away from
Yeah.
him, which actually makes more sense though when you realize what it is. It actually kind of
it finally makes sense.
Sure.
But so as he's walking by, there's a granny there sitting in a chair in the train, and he turns over to look at the granny, and he looks down. And she has a basket full of cookies, and Jack Bowser gets extremely distracted by a basket of cookies.
He gets super excited. Well, so his radar also starts beeping.
Yeah.
Like,
oh boy, cookies.
There it is, the stuff, the goodies. Oh, the treats, cookies for Jack Bowser.
So
Jack Bowser's been a good boy. Jack Bowser gets treats.
He immediately forgets what he's doing and just like reaches for a cookie, and then like something starts beeping inside the basket. He's like, got him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bomb. Which was all a training exercise because Jack Bowser failed miserably because cookies.
Yes!
Oh,
Too
man.
excited by cookies.
I mean, I get excited by cookies too, but
same.
At which point he talks to his trainer and he turns his back to her at one point, which means that his incredible dump truck ass knocks into her and shoves her out of the train at high speed. And it's like, oh no, she's fallen from this moving. Oh, it's not a moving train. And they like actually have the joke where, because it was like really shitty, abandoned, old, filthy train. Like this fake train is fucking filthy. It's got to be
that
like
train
40
sucks.
years old. And you're like, okay, God, this is awful. But then it shows it as an abandoned train on a lot for training, and they like even have like a little stereo that was playing like a and they like show it like getting shut off and stuff, which is a really good joke. Like that's a really good like, oh, we got no budget. Yeah, no, it's a training thing. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Also, the stereo fell over for some reason.
Yes.
Just because I don't think it was supposed to, but they kept the shot.
But they kept it because it was fucking funny, which I agree. Yes,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And so she like dislocates her shoulder because he knocked her out of the train.
Yeah,
well, I think it was worse than dislocating. I think she straight up broke it because she has a
dislocation is worse than break.
No,
okay,
it was a dislocation because Jack Bowser's like, I could pop it back into place for you, you know.
Yeah,
like,
they talk about whether or not it's broken or dislocated,
but
as someone who has done both to his arm multiple times, the same arm, in the same spot, I can tell you right now, much rather break than dislocate unless you're like doing compound fracture shit. Like you have to be. Yeah, dislocations fucking suck.
Yeah, so after that, Are they told to get the dog? Is that the scene that happens, or do we go back to the house? I don't remember. I think there's a scene where they're told to get the dog. So we're introduced to Men in Black operative, who is
Jack
not
Bowser.
not the correct character. Yeah, the XCOM character. And
he's like the councilman in XCOM.
And he wanted to send out the training coach who got hurt, and she can't go because her arm's broken. So then he has to send Jack Bowser instead. He's like, oh, fuck, I gotta send Jack Bowser? That guy's a fucking idiot. And he's in the room.
Which Jack Bowser does not notice at all.
Jack does not notice because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, man, yeah, that Jack Bowser guy, he's real fucking stupid. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Correct.
And then they're like, oh, a dog? Why not gonna get a dog? Well, he's telepathic. Oh, yeah, that blows the shit out of Beethoven. Fuck that dog. Beethoven fucking sucks.
Eat your heart, Beethoven, you fucking loser.
Go fuck yourself, Beethoven.
God damn, this movie just punches down on Beethoven. You know what? That's fair. From the Beethoven movies we've seen, that's fair. Yeah, fuck Beethoven. Oh, man. So then we're carried away to the doggone Christmas ranch. Because they didn't have another scene to shoot at, so they just keep shooting at the same ranch.
It was probably just like the director's house, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been,
yeah. It's somebody's house involved in the production. Producer, director, somebody there is just giving them the house,
and then this is where I believe the telepathic dog finally meets the kids.
Yeah,
like
there's
30 minutes into the film.
Yeah, there's like a depression scene because the dad's show got canceled.
Oh, they have to talk about finances because it's a family film.
Also, I want to be very specific that the dog also had a really good scene of jumping in the car of.
Oh yeah.
It was the last episode of his TV show because it got canceled, and so he like says bye to everybody. And while he's doing the dog jumps into the open back seat of his car and pulls a blanket over itself and curls up.
Yeah, that was real good.
What a good boy.
Also, during that like. When the show gets canceled and all that, like he's doing his final episode and everything, he just randomly shouts at some boy, "I like you."
I like you a lot.
Yes, he's like, hey, he's like, oh, Dave, it's been a wonderful few years, Dave. Oh, Sally, how are the kids? It's so nice to have you. You're cool. All right, later.
God damn it.
Which I can respect because it's like, oh fuck, I don't know that person. They're cool. Yeah,
that person. Yeah, see you, bud. Yeah.
And I know absolutely. Hi, we've worked together for 10 years. Bye.
Right. So, but the dog sneaks into their house and starts talking to the kids. He's like, I'm not talking. I'm using telepathy.
Yeah, there's a very stark difference with which the movie reminds you of every time.
The movie keeps correcting people on it.
Yep. Yeah.
So you know it's telepathy. Stop saying the dog's talking.
Okay, listen. The whole theater isn't filled with Jack Bowser's movie.
Oh, man. So, well, the kids first say the tagline of the film when they get the dog. That extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof or evidence. Yeah, that's very important. That's the tagline of the film. Remember, if you're ever talking about aliens, you need proof. And a lot of it. Probably. I don't know. I'll put it on TV.
Who knows?
You do need proof, but these people don't need proof.
So, at this point, the professor at the beginning of the film was abducted by aliens. His name is Masters. So, we are reintroduced to Masters. If one of you wants to tell me about that scene after this. Because we just jump back to another scene after the kids with the telepathic dog for no reason.
Yeah, the kids find the dog. They have the first extended pet scene, as I wrote it down, which is like a 2-minute scene of just that all of the kids like rubbing on the dog, which I appreciated very much. And they try and convince the dad that they saw the aliens in the barn, but they drop their monitor, which is so obviously not for that drone. It's amazing.
Right.
But they dropped their like playback machine and it can't show properly. So he's like, this is some bullshit, kids.
Yeah, but then it hard cuts to a different scene.
Yes. Yeah. I just figured that there was a couple of important things that we needed to mention in there.
Do you remember what happened after that, Kobuddy? Like,
yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to give Kobuddy this. Yeah.
Because holy fuck! So it cuts to Dracula's castle.
Any ribs left?
Plenty.
Oh, look at that good dog!
Oh my god!
That's so cute. What the fuck?
Hold up. Who the fuck is this guy?
Why is he in Dracula Mansion?
It's the guy, the original professor.
Sir! Wake up, sir!
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, okay. Dracula generally doesn't have so many sci-fi elements.
Yeah, well, the outside looks like Dracula's castle,
Yes.
and we get that establishing shot. Then we cut to the professor sitting in, he was like napping in a chair. And his robot Wilson...
He's also napping in the Great Hall is the only way that I can describe it, because it's like 150-foot room with nothing in it but this chair and a fireplace.
Yes.
Yeah, his robot Wilson comes to wake him up and said, hey, your dog's been found. And so... Also, there's like a planetarium in the background. He has this giant-ass telescope.
I don't fucking know.
It's just like, what the fuck?
It is one of the wildest scenes I've ever seen, especially because we're like, as we sat here, we were going, well, so is he with the alien? Did he turn into an alien? Because they grabbed him. So
yeah, what happened to him?
Is he in space? Is he a spaceman now? Or is he... Like, but they never explain it. They never go into that. They never talk about how he got back to his sci-fi Dracula castle with his robo-butlers and his planetarium. He just did.
He just is.
By the way, the robot Wilson is also a sassy fuck.
That robot fucks.
Why else would Professor Masters make it?
I played Fallout. I know how this works.
Would you like any service, Master?
Yeah, and then like he starts talking back. Oh, you bitch! I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, the robot like makes fun of him the whole time and tells him how stupid his plans are.
Right. But the main reason, I guess, is because the GPS tracking on our telepathic dog has activated in the small town of somewhere in New Mexico. I believe it's called Corona, which is unfortunate.
This is also where we learned that it's been 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years? 6 years! Time skip!
Sure, I guess. That's why it was on Unresolved Mysteries, because nobody found this man for 6 years.
Oh my god. Right.
Because he's been in his Dracula castle the whole time, where the aliens abducted him to.
Is this guy Alucard? Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't understand. But okay, so the kids then take their broken monitor recording of the crab people they recorded in the ghost house. This is all real. We're not making this up. This happened to their super genius audio technician friend, who's also 6.
This is not an anime.
In an abandoned house nearby their house.
This kid has a fantastic line later on, by the way.
Oh yes, I have that written down.
His name, I know his name. His name's Shelton. I wrote it down. That's a It's a good character. And he unblurifies their image so that they can see the crab people for 2 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Enhance.
Yeah, using the powers of Photoshop, I guess.
Sure.
And I guess they're like, whoa, it wasn't a ghost, it was aliens.
Yep. Honestly, that's basically the scene. There's also some, again, shit about he's telepathic, not talking.
So then they're gonna go back to the house to go look for the aliens. Which then they leave. They leave, and then that scene's over, right?
Yes.
So then Master shows up at the parents' house at the Doggone Christmas Ranch.
I do not like that you're calling him Master.
That's his name. His
Just
name
say
is-
Professor.
No, his name is Professor Masters.
Senpai.
No, his name, if you call him Master Senpai, it's way worse. No.
Oh, it's fate
Master
now.
Senpai. So Master Senpai goes to their house. Yep.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's fate now.
And he talks to the parents, like, oh, I'm here to get my dog. I followed the GPS inside of it. And also, oh, sorry, my robot's calling me on my phone. 1 second. Oh, he just told me to fuck off. Anyway, so...
Yeah, that actually happens, yes.
Basically, I mean, he does actually like tell him where the dog is now, but
Of course.
yeah, he does tell him
Right.
to fuck off.
He mostly tells him to fuck off. Anyways, at the same time as he's doing that, because then he'll follow them over to the ghost house. So that's how we meet. Which is where our criminal crab people are, also.
Yeah.
Our Shoe Empire bootleggers.
The
There's
literal
a lot.
bootleggers.
You might need to write on a board as we're talking about this episode to keep track of all the plot lines. But at that point, Jack Bowser then goes to the elementary school where the kids are to try and find more information about them so he can figure out where they live and get the dog.
Yeah, there's also like a really good scene between him and his like handler where like
Oh yeah.
he's like because she's talking about like children or
You
something.
need to go get you need to go get the children. Children? I thought it was after a dog.
Okay, we're gonna need to talk about what you're gonna do there.
What I'm gonna do?
You're gathering intel
Right. About?
about the children, Jack.
Fucking A.
Fucking love this
It was
guy.
after a dog, specifically a Jack Russell.
Terrier. Yes, Jack. I know. Please, just listen to me. Try to stay on point, okay?
You know, you mentioned something about children. What if I go check out the elementary school?
No.
You're on your way to the
Whoa,
school
no, you're
now.
not allowed to go to the
No.
elementary school, Jack. You remember what happened last time.
No.
The cops said you can't go back there.
No, there's also, I'm trying to tell you. No, it's a Jack Russell Terrier. I know, you told me. No, Jack, there's also kids that have found the dog. No, it's a dog. I know a dog. Fucking A, Jack.
Oh wait, go to the elementary school? Okay.
No, Jack, you can't go to the elementary school.
The police told you last time you're not allowed back, Jack.
Alright, yeah, whatever. I don't have time
You're
for
not
this. I'm
allowed
gonna
within
go.
50 feet.
I'll see you later. I gotta go to the elementary school. Here's my exit. Fuck.
By the way, this is not because Jack Bowser did anything wrong, it's just a horrible misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's awful. So he barges in on the receptionist to be let into the principal's office, and we're reintroduced to Clint Eastwood's brother,
Principle
Callahan,
Callahan.
which is great. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, this
John,
scene is
or-
fantastic.
Somebody, let's talk about our greatest moment of this film.
You can have it, boy.
I can have
give it
it?
to you.
Wow. So Callahan is just Clint Eastwood,
Yes.
but it's his brother, so it's different. But it's also Dirty Harry, sort of.
It's
and-
the brother of Dirty Harry is the joke.
Yeah, and he's on the phone. He's on the phone doing like Dirty Harry quotes to somebody about a plumbing problem, which is great. And Jack walked in. He's like, "Hey, I'm here to talk about things. Do you know where these kids are? The fuck do you want to know about these kids? What you think you got a problem with them? Because if you do, you got a problem with me, son."
You want to go after these kids? Are you feeling lucky, punk?
Yeah, he's like, well, I just need to know about one of them. Really, what's about the hall kids? Yeah, it's grade A students, best in the class. What? You got a fucking problem? Oh shit!
Well,
No, I don't have a problem. I just want to talk. What? You think you got a problem with me? What? You think I'm some tough guy? I sit there and I talk about cookie dough. Yeah, I bake the cookies. What? What's that for gender stereotyping? You piece of shit!
I'm just here to ask about the Hill boys.
Well, they're exemplary students, not troublemakers. What's your interest in the Hill family?
What's my interest in the Hill family?
Mom's a real American sweetheart. No. Not really. I make the cookies, and I use shortening, not butter, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. How's that for your gender stereotyping?
God damn! God
Okay. It's
Okay,
super
bud.
needlessly
Sorry.
aggressive, and it's so good.
It's such a good scene.
It's so good. Now I'm not gonna tell you another thing about these fucking kids, you fucking scum, and you get the hell out of my office. I gotta go talk to my cousin, brother, uncle-in-law, Harry.
Get Frisco on the line and you talk to Harry.
Yeah, he just ignores him and starts calling Dirty Harry on the phone. And then he looks back and he's like, "You're still fucking here? Get the fuck out of my office."
Oh, I love that they're not content to name the man Principle Callahan and have him quote Dirty Harry. They're like, okay, no, our audience won't get this. They really won't. Okay, like, let's make sure that he calls Dirty Harry himself and calls him Dirty Harry so that everybody 100% knows what we're referencing. Like,
it's such a good scene.
They just hammer it home. It's real good.
You don't even need
shit.
I like the rest of the movie. You could cut this out and put this on YouTube, and it would be a really popular clip.
It would be a very funny short.
You don't need the rest of it to make this scene good.
No, it's just good.
Oh man! So that Jack Bowser just fucking leaves. He's like, I'm not fucking dealing with this guy. Jesus,
I'm dealing with this guy.
I'll just wander around until I find the dog, I guess.
Which he does, to be fair.
Well, what he does is he goes back to his fucking... No, he doesn't. He goes back to his training train and just disassociates for however amount of time until they find out where the dog is.
Yeah, he meditates under the metaphorical waterfall of the train. He just sits there in a blank room staring at the wall until they reactivate him.
I love Jack Bowser so much.
Like, because the next scene that we see Jack Bowser, he's just sitting in that train, which we know is an empty training train, and he's just staring into the middle distance for like a good 30 seconds, and they're like, Jack, are you there? We need you to go after the dog. And he's like, did you find where it is? And they're like, yep. And he goes, okay. And just stands up and walks out, and it's like, what were you doing?
He was just sitting there staring into the distance. Yeah, it's like when it's raining and the chicken's outside and they just look up and stare at it. It's like that.
The edibles kicked in real hard for Jack Bowser.
Yeah. Maybe he finally got into the cookies that the granny had.
That's why it was beeping. Okay, now we get it. They were the extra cookies.
So then we cut back to the ghost house / alien crab people house / bootlegger house.
Literal bootlegger, yes.
Literal bootlegger, not alcohol. Literal boots. And the kids are going to go in, but they are too scared. So they send the dog with telepathy in instead.
And the dog is also scared.
And they have a reason to send the dog in. Specifically, it's because dogs are faster than ghosts.
Don't worry, Ricky. Dogs are faster than ghosts. How do you
know?
Never watched Scooby-Doo?
How do you know they're faster than ghosts? Haven't you watched Scooby-Doo?
Idiots.
Duh. Which honestly, this is like the most accurate kids, because that's what kids would do.
So good. So our dog, Murphy, I don't think I've ever mentioned the dog's name.
Right, yeah.
He goes into the house and stumbles upon our criminals and their shoe sticker conveyor belt machine as our criminals are enjoying a nice smoothie, which they are turning towards the camera so the label gets shown. Right. And they'd be like, wow, this is a real refreshing drink. Yeah, I know. It's great. It's almost like everybody should get one. Why are you saying it like that? It just sounded right.
I love going to California's own smoothie franchise, Robix.
Yeah.
Actually exists.
This
is a legit.
Well, this was shot in California, so it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's a legit ad. Yeah, no, they actually.
Oh,
I'm
extremely,
positive.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, they got like actual funding for it. I'm sure this is an actual thing. Yeah.
I actually did kind of like that joke.
That was if you're gonna put advertising in and make it obvious, it's a fine enough joke. As long as it's not like every 10 seconds like a fucking Adam Sandler movie, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, this is the only advertising they had in it.
I'd rather that than showing like McDonald's or Burger King in the background of an extended gunfight scene.
Yes.
Fucking Christ. Okay, so anyways, after the smoothies, our dog sets up some traps because they notice the dog there, and he turns
Traps
on
in heavy quotations.
Yeah, he turns on the shoe machine with the on button, and he just presses the on button like 5 times, which is how an on-off switch works.
Right.
Because it speeds up the machine into a shoe cannon.
Yeah. Every time that you press the on button, they tell you not to press the on button more than once because it becomes an exponential growth problem every time that you hit it.
And the shoe cannon is firing at our criminals, knocking over their smoothies. And
with high-speed CGI shoes.
CGI shoes.
CGI shoes are really good.
Yep, and then he runs up the stairs from the basement that their shoe machine is in, and they go after him, and he knocks down some, like, grease, which then trips them into the longest staircase fall I've ever seen on film.
Not only the longest, but also the slowest.
Yes! They're falling down one step at a time, grabbing the step with their hands to push themselves down.
I was gonna say, it's very clearly them pushing themselves
for
down
like
the stairs.
2 minutes.
Yeah, a good 30 seconds of straight film, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is in fact an incredibly long time when you have to sit there and watch it. It just goes forever. They have like an entire conversation with them and the dog as they're sliding down the stairs.
Yep. So then they, at the end, they're like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad," and just get up and then fucking run up the stairs anyway. And they run upstairs towards the door as the dog's about to escape, and then fucking Jack Bowser comes in, breaking down the fucking door with his feet.
Breaks down the door.
He
like
just
Terminator.
kicks the front door down straight in. It's super good.
And he's like, "Oh, a dog," and then picks it up. Great, I was looking for that. And the criminal's like, "Oh shit, it's the Terminator." And Jack's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I don't give a shit. I'm just here for a dog. So you're not here for us? No? So we can stay? I guess this place is a piece of shit. Why would you want to stay here?
It's like, you stay here? Why would you stay here? This place is falling apart. It's a piece of shit. Just kind of like,
it just fucking leaves with the dog.
Just dunks on them for a good second and then just leaves.
I love Jack Bowser so much.
It's so good.
It's so good. So at that point, the kids are like, they stole the dog. And
yeah, this is the point where like all the plots start
finally
essentially.
They all come together because our criminals are outside like that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
And Professor Masters shows up and starts talking to him. So then the kids are like, we need to figure out what the fuck just happened. So they go up to go talk to the group, right? And Masters starts talking about, "Oh, that's my dog. You see, there were aliens coming and they abducted me." And they're like, the kids interrupt him, and the girl is like, "Hey, shut the fuck up, he's flashback."
The aliens had created living computers.
So there are aliens.
I knew it. Shh, he's flashbacking.
Yeah, flashbacking.
And then they Wayne's World flashback to some more alien shit, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, well, first off, we never talked about what the name of the corporation is.
No.
Which is like Galactitech or something like that.
Galactitech, to serve man.
To serve man, yes.
Because, like, first off, the dude says, like, oh, Area 51 was just a cover-up, but also there are aliens, I guess? Because, like, they start talking about how they, like, reverse-engineered their technology and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why Galactitech is, like, all weird fuck CGI it is.
Well, and also that their security officers, which we'll get to later, wear big orange jumpsuits with, like, conical helmets and plumber gear all over it. And, like they've got, like, wristbands that are just obviously, like, pipes that can turn. Like, they've got, like, the... Oh, God, like, they almost look like slinky type stuff or whatever. You can, like, bend them like straws. Like, they're wearing those on their arms.
Yeah.
Their outfits are fucking incredible. They're so bad.
But because they're bad in that way, it's great.
It's good. Yeah,
I don't even mind.
Yeah. No, I think that they specifically lean into it. Like, that's why it's funny, is because of the fact that they make bad outfits and then they realize they're bad, so they're like, okay, let's make them worse. And they just keep going.
Yeah.
They go like 4 or 5 extra steps to make them worse and worse and worse. Like, they have on their suits, they have an American flag, a gigantic galactic triangle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also have like a big like bike reflector, like communicator thing, and then like 3 or 4 other badges of unknown origin. Like, they just badge them up more and more and more, which makes it better and better.
It's like if they were at like a Fuddruckers.
Yeah, the more badges they get, the funnier it is.
So much tat.
Yeah, it's fucking
and some of them even have Devo helmets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, they just, then that's what I mean, is it's like they got to a point where they were like, oh, okay, well, we've just got these shitty orange jumpsuits and stuff. I mean, we're not going to be able to make them look that good. And they're like, we'll just keep putting more badges on them until they look worse. And then they'll look good again. It's the overflow. They stack overflow to being back to good.
So after the professor's done telling his story, and the kids are like, whoa, are aliens real? The dad shows up and tells them to get away from these weird fucking strangers.
Yeah, hold on. We forgot a very important point, though.
What?
Okay.
And that was what Professor Masters said he did to his dog.
Yeah.
Because he took the alien technology and put it in his dog like anyone would do.
He goes, I did what anyone would do. I sliced the alien brains into my dog. And then he's like, but I wanted to make sure that I rescued it from Galactech because they do horrible experiments to it.
Unlike me.
What, like slicing alien tech into the brain of the dog? Like maybe that? Like that, Professor Masters, you fuck?
No, he's the good guy. You don't understand. We're still unsure if this guy's bad or not.
They never resolve that either.
No.
Although I do want to mention, I just want to say the guy that they had as like the overseer of Galactech, the room that he's in, we did it a disservice. I'll try and post up some stuff on.
It's very good, yeah,
because it is the V for Vendetta gigantic view screen thing, but like times 12 and so much worse. Like, there's all these weird just alien tech around it. Like, he has a giant eyeball behind him that moves on a view screen. Why? I don't know, because you've got to have it. It's because he's evil. He's always watching. It's fucking great.
So, as the kids are leaving, they distract the professor and then drop their $1,000 smartphone into his pocket.
Which, like, in hindsight, if they thought he was, like, evil, this seems to, like, make more sense, I feel like.
To track him, kind of, maybe?
Yeah.
But the thing is...
why they did it, but...
What they did was, they go back to the barn, I think, later, and they're like, alright, let's get a hold of that guy and let's help him get his dog back. So they do it in the only way possible.
Oh my god!
Which is to dig through trash until they find a landline rotary phone, explain to children what a landline phone is and how it works, and then rotary call their $1,000 smartphone that they put into his pocket. Yeah, this is the last of the Doggone movies, unless they make another one.
I'll tell you when I find it.
Damn.
Can I help?
2018.
I know exactly where it is.
I'm actually sad about that because this is definitely better than the last ones, and like,
they've
very in line with what I want to see for our stuff.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, it's an old telephone called a landline.
Oh my god, I just crumbled into dust. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. What is that? It's an old telephone called landline. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh god. It will work.
My bones.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for landlines or have them installed or anything. You just gotta have a phone. You plug it in.
Yeah, and that was the point in the film where we all crumbled to dust.
Hey, Keith, get off the internet! I need to use the landline!
Yeah, and so they call him up, and they're like, hey, we want to help you find your dog. He's like, oh no, that's far too dangerous. They have guns and stuff. They'll, like, kill you, kid. He's like, we'll be fine. Yeah, it's not my kids.
Professor Masters operates in a morally gray area. We'll put it that way.
Alright, kid, you got guts.
Well, yeah, because they're talking about like how can we sneak into Galactic, and the old man like thinks for a bit, and he's like, I think I know some people, and then he goes to get the bootleggers. No,
because they have crab costumes.
Yeah, and he basically threatens them more or less. He's like,
he blackmails them, for sure.
Yeah, hey, I won't expose your bootlegging operation if you help us with this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So he gets them, and then he also enlists the high-tech kid. You said Shelton?
Shelton's his name, yeah.
Oh, yeah, young Sheldon. So young Sheldon is there. With...
Bazinga!
Yeah, that's
a funny word.
He says it.
Bazinga!
Bazinga! He says all the time. Anyway, so they get these crab people to go up to Galactech, where they meet some of the security officers in their Devo helmets and stuff. And
you realize how ridiculous this sounds, right? It sounds like we're making things up. It sounds like we're making this up.
They're in these rubber monster crab outfits talking to the Devo band.
Yes!
There's one other important factor, is that they were driving with claw hands.
With the claw hands on.
Yeah. No, they're in their full outfits, yeah. And they're like, we're here for the birthday party. Can you let us into the birthday party? And they start calling to be like, let's verify that there's actually a party.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are these
guys? Professor and the kid hacker are listening in on this. And the kid hacker goes and he's like, okay, so I have their audio wave file. I know, I'll just rotate it 90 degrees and then it'll magically say, yes, there's a party upstairs at room 420.
In Audacity,
and,
in
Audacity. You go.
It's a free program. Anybody can rotate.
Yeah, you just rotate the audio 90 degrees. It does whatever you want.
Yeah.
So they get a recording back on the radios because he rotated it in his program, and now it says, yes, let them through, absolutely, in a totally different voice. For some reason, to which the professor man goes, he's like, oh man, NSA's gonna want to talk with you. He's like, someday the NSA is going to want to talk with you. They're going to have some things to say to you. And he's like, well, I can find out what they want to say to me. Here, let me just look it up. He's like, no.
I mean, I can just look if you want. I don't...
We'll just find out what they know about me if you need to.
It's an absolutely fantastic joke.
I think the NSA is going to want to have a talk with you, son.
I can find out.
No.
Oh, man, that's a really good joke. Okay, that's a really good joke.
You're not here. Nice plan, minus the getaway.
It's a really good moment. No. Do not try and hack the NSA, you little shit.
Yeah. So, and we find out, very importantly, that all of the guards of the station hate crabs and crab people.
The dudes start driving, and like the old man is like, I hate crabs.
Just out of nowhere.
Oh god, yeah. Okay, so I just want to. You mentioned the old man. So the old man is one of the security guards.
Mm-hmm.
It's also all of the security guards because the security guards are the entire cast's like parents and grandparents. It's all these like 70-year-old geriatrics going around in these Devo outfits.
Yep.
Look, it was the only people that would agree to go into this movie.
Look, it's the year 2018. Landline phones need to be explained to children, and Devo are grandpas. This is technically correct.
God damn it! Oh,
they're not wrong, technically.
Oh god, maybe it was actually Devo.
It might have just been Devo. But okay, so they sneak into Lab 7 to go get the dog, which is currently in containment in a rec room hall that is used for old people diners.
Sure.
I guess. And as they're sneaking around the hall, one of the criminals, the bootleggers, looks around the corner and he's like, oh, there's 2 guards, and sneaks back. And then the guards are like, did you just see a fucking crab person?
Yeah, which there are 2 guards here. One is very old, the other one's younger. And the younger one has like this completely blank stare like throughout the entire thing.
just denies, not saying anything, never reacts to anything.
His mouth is even partially open.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, you can like almost hear him mouth breathing. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And they're like,
And so the criminal was like, dude, there's like 2 guards outside that door. They have guns. I think we're gonna leave. We're out of here. Fuck this. And the youngest kid goes up and is like, we're not gonna get Murphy? And gives him the saddest puppy eye routine.
Yeah, and the guy he does it to has like this fantastic looking face when he does that. I can't even really describe it. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, I want to give props to all of the actors in this. Like, we're making fun of them for being slack-jawed and like looking like
it was intentional, though.
I'm sure it was intentional.
Yes, all of it feels like Jack Bowser just staring blankly at the wall of the train is 100% intentional. Like, that actor is fucking hilarious. He is fantastic. Paul Logan should be a YouTube sensation.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Logan, like, he apparently has experience in like these kind of B movies. So I'm shocked. Like, he's really good at selling like that kind of humor.
Oh my god, he's so good. Like, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of very good, like, bad B movie acting, but like people that know that they're in a B movie, but not no. It's just very good. Like, because they don't overact in such a way that it's like obnoxious.
Yeah.
But it's done subtly enough that it's still funny.
Mm-hmm.
So we missed a very important scene with Jack Bowser that is absolutely fantastic, where he's driving the dog back to Galactitech. And he's having a conversation with the dog.
Oh, before they put him in containment.
Yeah, before they put him in containment. Yeah. And he's like talking with this dog and like he's giving the dog pets. Because Jack Bowser is a good person.
Jack's a good yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's like he's the first person to actually get that the dog is speaking through telepathy and not talking. And his dog's like, oh man, you must be like really smart.
He instantly goes like, oh wow, you're just talking into my mind, like through telepathy. And he's like, holy shit, you're the only person in this fucking movie that's gotten that.
And his handler on the other side is like, okay, he's gone fucking insane. The dog's talking to him. And the dog and Jack Bowser have this extended conversation where he's like, oh man, I'm told to give you up to these people, but man, I didn't know the dog I was gonna give up was so cool.
Yeah, I didn't know this dog was such a great guy. Oh,
yeah.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know if I should get this dog back. Am I evil? Wait a minute. Jack Bowser
doesn't want to be evil.
Yeah,
Jack Bowser's a good boy.
He has an existential crisis. Yeah.
Why doesn't Jack Bowser get the cookies? Hold up, wait. Only good boys get the cookies. If they make me evil boy, I don't get the cookies.
Yeah.
Jack Bowser deserves cookies.
I love this man.
It's fucking great. He's so good.
Right. So
I forgot that scene.
The 2 bootleggers come out in their crab costume to the guards. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we're crabs from Mars. Ooh. And the guards are like,
noises.
Yo, what the fuck's going on? Come on, man. It's like, well, that's because we're from Mars.
Yeah.
All right.
And then they just get arrested.
Yeah, it's like, where the fuck's your badge?
I'm gonna need to see your badges.
I left it in my other UFO. All right, yeah, get the fuck out. They just arrest him and put him in their office.
Yeah, and the old man starts going on this like rant about how they're gonna stink up his office.
It's all shellfish puns for some reason.
All fish puns.
I don't know why.
All of the guards canonically hate crabs.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, they hate fucking crab people.
Okay, man, did Jerry microwave some seafood in the lunchroom again? Yeah. God damn it. Why does crab smell?
At this point, the kids saved the dog from the storage room. And then they're like, we need to escape. Our criminal getaway drivers got arrested by the 2, guards. So how are we going to get away? Sky sled. Sky sled? Sky sled.
Sky sled.
Sky sled. Sky sled? Sky sled.
Sky sled. Yeah,
so they find a big main room that is taken from an XCOM cutscene, as Boyd said. No, not XCOM Enemy Unknown. XCOM UFO Defense, like the 1994
the old DOS
XCOM
ones. Yeah,
it is so badly CG'd. It's incredible. There's just like the saucers are literally like 3 polygons of like a orb and then a thing around it. It's just so good.
So they get on the sky sled, which looks like a standing. I want to say
it looks like a Razor scooter.
It
Yeah,
looks like
it
a
just
Razor
looks like a
scooter,
scooter.
that's
Yeah.
like CGI floating above the
Basically, yeah.
ground. And then they fly off in them through the CGI space of nowhere land inside this facility. And they're running
Which has
towards
hot air balloons.
Not
and
yet, not
mount
yet,
testosterone.
not yet. They gotta get out the fucking door, you asshole. You're
Okay,
ruining
okay, fine. Sorry.
You're ruining it.
I had to skip ahead. It's so good.
But yeah, they go.
So good to
They go
see
through
him
the
do
facility. They're running up on a door that's gonna crash.
Right, I forgot.
Because they're going at high speed. And then they're like, oh god, we gotta do something. What? We gotta do something. The door's gonna crash. You're gonna crash. Oh no, we're gonna crash.
Yeah, that goes on for like 5 minutes.
And then they're like, what are we gonna do? Open? Opening door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was easy.
Computer open. Yeah.
And then they fly out to the world of hot air balloons.
The world of hot air balloons.
And a single texture that repeats every fucking 5 units.
Yeah, it's like a pastoral scene of multicolored like hot air balloons and rolling gentle hills with pasture land.
Also,
where the fuck is this base?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be New Mexico, but now we're just in like the music video for some fucking 90s CG thing.
Also, the littlest kid does like a trick on the sky sled, and he's constantly going like "woo!" And the dog goes, "Will that kid ever stop screaming?"
Someone shut that fucking kid up. Which is what the audience is thinking, so that's fine. I appreciate
Dog is a
that.
good stand-in for audience.
I appreciate that. So as they're flying through the CG land of Might and Magic 6 with hot air balloons.
Yeah.
Which is not incorrect. Jack Bowser and his trainer show up, where she still has her broken arm, and they're like, we gotta go after them on a sky sled. A sky sled? Do you even know how to drive? I had a license at some point. It's fine. How did you learn? I looked up a tutorial on YouTube.
Yes, he does actually say that.
What? Okay. And then they get on the sky sled together. And he's like, together? Do I have a girlfriend now? Fucking Jack Bowser.
Jack Bowser gets human touch? Oh my god.
Yeah, and then they fly off.
Touch of human woman for Jack Bowser?
And at the same time, 2 security guards fly off in their own sky sled after the kids.
A grandpa and a grandma, yes.
Grandpa and grandma security guard. And the grandpa is running in, getting closer to them, and they activate their defense mechanism 1. Which is
their mega defense mechanism, or their mega capturing system, something like that.
Which is a plunger torpedo that shoots backwards.
Extreme. I think it was extreme capture.
Yeah, extreme capture.
Right, it was extreme capture. That was it.
And it shoots backwards, attaches itself to that guy's sky sled, and then opens up in the handle to a smaller plunger torpedo aimed upwards,
torpedo,
which shoots up at a conveniently flying plane.
Yeah,
and attaches itself and pulls the guy away.
Pulls him into the jet engine, which instantly kills him.
Fucking shreds him. It's so good. What the fuck? And then the second one's going after them, so they have to activate Extreme Defense Mechanism 2, which is a drone crossing.
Well, they got a 10 kill streak after the first one, so they called them the UAVs. So there is a stop sign that appears in the air and then drops down like railroad crossing type stuff, as if they're not in a 3D space and cannot go over or under it. And a bunch of drones go through, and it's like, no, sorry, little kid drones passing, you can't go through here. No. And she's like, well, I just gotta, what am I supposed to do? Oh, disobey sky law?
Yeah, I
can't do that.
I gotta stop. She's like checking her watch, like, oh, come on. How many drones are there? Just waiting. Yeah. And they get away. They go back to the Radio Shack. Sorry.
God, what
the
an
shack
incredible
where
fucking scene, though. Like, can we just acknowledge that they dropped a stop sign in mid-air to stop these people? And everyone just, listens to it. It's so fucking stupid. It's so good.
But they go back to the Radio Shack, which is technically the correct term for where they are. And they get the dog back. Yeah, woo, the dog.
Yeah, we did it.
But then Jack Bowser shows up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. He needs to get that dog. It's his mission. They're like, wait, but if you take the dog, you'll take it away from their family. But Jack Bowser always completes his mission. And his trainer's like, oh, but I don't want to ruin their family. Oh, well, Jack Bowser doesn't want to ruin their family either. Oh, is that your girlfriend? I'm not his girlfriend. Oh, I have a girlfriend now? Oh.
Touch of human woman for Jack Bowser?
Oh, shit, I didn't know I had a girlfriend. Huh. Well, if I can't break up your family, because that'd be like breaking up the family I have with my girlfriend right now.
Yeah, and he's like, well, we don't have to report it if we didn't see the dog.
Yeah, Jack Bowser never saw no dog. You hear that? I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, and then the woman is like, I don't want to really admit it, but I like you too, Jack.
Sure, Jack.
Yeah, whatever, Jack. I guess.
I don't like you, you baka.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Right, and then they give the dog back to the professor, who just screen transition swipes out of the scene as he's walking away.
He starts walking away with his dog, and he disappears.
Right, and then we whoa, freeze frame, and that's when they started their own internet show about unresolved mysteries. It became a YouTube sensation.
Well, no,
the kids shot their show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's not YouTube. Kobuddy?
Oh, fuck, I can't remember. It's
Viral Rama, thank you. I remember, god damn it.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that pays attention to Viral Rama.
I knew it was viral something, but I couldn't remember.
That's right, their show became internet viral.
They got 10,000 views. It really was something like that too. It was some absurdly low number.
And we're like, wait, what happened to the fucking criminals? And they address it!
They do! They don't bother addressing what the fuck the professor was all about, and where the aliens were and all that. But they do go back to the criminals.
Yeah, because they're sitting in the office where they were taken to, like, hey, are they gonna let us go? And one of the guards walks in, is like, yeah, you're free to go. Fucking hate crab people. Get the fuck out of my office.
And apparently there was like a $10,000 reward for...
Nope.
10 million?
There was $1 million reward.
Right, okay.
Oh, and by the way, you won $1 million. Get the fuck out of here.
For something, yeah.
And they're like, why? Why did we win $1 million? Oh, it's the lost and found winnings that you have. What did we find?
From
just get the fuck out of here.
God, I hate crab people.
Give them $1 million and get them the fuck out.
And
give these two jabronis $1 million and kick them to the curb.
And more importantly, we find out that to this day, that security officer is still waiting at that drone crossing.
Yeah, that's the last scene of the movie after the credits roll.
Yeah. What a movie.
This movie was fantastic.
What a film.
It makes absolutely no sense. It has way too much plot. All of the actors are terrible. The set design sucks. The CG's garbage. And it's amazing. It's super good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Because it knows that it has all those problems and doesn't give a shit.
No, it just has... Yeah, we know our movie's gonna suck, so let's have fun.
Also, there were 2 extended pet scenes, as I called them, because, you couldn't say them as one pet. They had to be multiple pets, because, the whole cast in that scene would go and, round table pet the dog. They'd, pass it to give it pets. Mm-hmm. And then there was at least 5 other pet scenes that I caught. So there was a lot of petting in this movie for that dog.
Yeah.
It was a very good dog, too.
It's a good dog.
Very good.
We talked about it last time. The YouTube sensation is the dog. Apparently, it has a YouTube channel. It's Just Jesse, the Jack Russell Terrier.
Just Jesse the Jack. There's no Russell Terrier at the end. You need to know what Jack means.
It's dumb, but the dog does seem like it does good tricks. The dog pulls the blanket over itself. They have the dog pressing the button on the conveyor belt, and it is actually the dog paw. Like, the dog
stands up on its legs and does.
Yeah, they have the dog. There's one scene where it's like, oh, we're gonna get some ribs, and he goes, ribs? I love ribs, and he does like a little dance on his back legs.
That dog is chunkier than it was 2 years ago. Too.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, that dog got that dog's had some ribs.
As an aside, there is one more thing I want to bring up about the movie, and that it's a scene we kind of forgot because it was like the dog was explaining like what happened with like the the drones chasing him and the professor leaving him.
Oh yeah, the original.
And then he goes to find the old man, but then the old man just stopped coming home. So the old man died.
The one that saved him got fucking murdered by cold blood, or in cold blood by black operatives.
Yeah, because he said like the old man was like really smart because he managed to disable his GPS tracking.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's fucking dead.
That's
very important to know. Just dead.
Sure.
That's why we don't see him again in the film outside of the reenactment act.
Yeah.
On unresolved mysteries. Oh man. Okay, so let's talk about the dogs. So yeah, we were talking about Murphy. Murphy gets a lot of pets. Murphy does tricks. Murphy is very cute. He's also a very chunky boy. How would you rate Murphy, Ilion?
Oh Lord, that coming.
Oh Lord, he's coming out of 10.
He's very good. Oh Lord, he's coming. He's a very chunky dog, but he does a lot of good tricks, and he's just fantastic. Jack Russell Terriers have a lot of energy, and this dog has been getting a lot of treats as he should have.
How about you, Kobuddy?
1,000 out of 10.
1,000 out of 10. I would rate this dog a solid 15 out of 10.
Yeah, this dog's a very
very
good Jack Russell Terrier. Yeah. He's just a little bit hefty. He's having a lot of fun. Obviously loves the pets. Does a lot of good begging scenes. Pulls the blanket over himself. It's just a really
real cutie. Yeah. All right, now we need to rate the other dog, Jack Bowser. So
I was going to say the other good boy.
The other good boy in the film.
The best boy. Jack Bowser is the best boy we've ever rated. I brook no argument. Jack Bowser is... So we have two scales on this podcast. We have already established firmly the Chevy Chase scale of creepy perviness. We now have the Jack Bowser scale of incredible himbo. Because he is the biggest himbo I've ever seen in anything, and it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So you would rate him giant himbo out of 10?
No, I'm rating him a Jack Bowser out of 10.
Jack Bowser!
Because as there is a Chevy Chase scale, there is now a Jack Bowser scale.
Okay.
And he rates a Jack Bowser out of 10 on a Jack Bowser scale.
Okay. How about you, Kobuddy?
1,001 out of 10.
Woo! Spicy.
This boy is obviously the best.
I would rate Jack Bowser and immediately understands telepathy out of 10. Doesn't need it explained. Like, yeah, I know what telepathy is. Well, you think I'm fucking stupid?
Is everybody else so fucking stupid in this movie? They don't get telepathy?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go stare at the wall of my train.
I forgot when they're explaining the story about the dog. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw it on fucking TV."
Yeah. Oh God!
I forgot about that.
Not only that, he goes like, "No, we've already got the professor in custody." Fucking love this guy. Okay.
Well done, Jack.
But we have him in custody. What?
No, Jack.
Yeah. I saw it on Unresolved Mysteries.
No!
Oh my God.
Okay.
We did have him close. Hands up. Ready to get him.
And they go,
what?
And he's like, well, yeah, we have him. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, I saw it last night. It was on TV.
It was on Unresolved Mysteries.
That's a fake show. That's an Unresolved Mysteries show. We didn't actually capture him. They think we did. But it was on
then
TV.
how did they say that? They recorded him and everything. He was there, and I saw him with the dog.
They had the full video. Yeah. I watched it. No, but that's a fictional reenactment. No, but
he was on TV.
Did it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was being chased. It was high action. It's pretty good. This fucking God, he's such a good character.
I love that guy. I love him.
Honestly, again, I think that this wouldn't be as good. It's something that I really want to point out and give props for, because we watch other movies that would do something similar to this as a joke, but it would be really flat and bad. And so much of it is carried by the fact that these actors sell it. Like, these actors do a very good job of selling how fucking dumb Jack Bowser is. And, like, they sell all of the B-movie stuff really, really well without being bad actors themselves. Like, they act bad, but they're not bad actors. And it's a very key difference, and it's really, really good, because they have just perfect comedic timing for all these things. Jack Bowser is, like, he never breaks a little bit. Like, not at all. He does a perfect, like, I'm Jack Bowser's secret agent. Like, he does an amazing, like, deadpan through it, which is what sells the whole thing. It's very good. I don't often recommend watching a movie, but you notice that we constantly go, oh man, we forgot that scene. There's this other really good scene. It's because every scene in this movie is good. Like, there's very little in this movie that doesn't carry the rest of the movie. Like, it's all good. Agreed. Scene to scene, it's fantastic.
Which, if you do want to watch it, apparently you don't have to get it on Amazon Prime. You can get it through this Canadian... I can't remember the Canadian...
Amiibo.
Amoeba.
Was it Amoeba?
There's no O in it, so it's Amoeba or something, or Amoeba.
Yeah, which is this Canadian streaming service that you can sign up for and watch it for free, apparently.
To get around tax laws. Woo!
Yeah.
To get Canadian tax credits. Fuck you.
Oh boy.
And when you're done watching A Doggone Adventure, you can watch Beyblade.
Yeah, Beyblade.
And then you can watch Beyblade. And then you can watch Beyblade.
They have so much Beyblade.
And then you can watch Beyblade. They have about 5 or 6 Beyblades and Beyblade spin-offs.
They also have Babar Blade, which is like a Beyblade spin-off with Babar.
I'd watch it. I'd fucking watch it.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much, Kobuddy, for being here.
We're done.
Yeah. This was a fantastic time.
What a good episode.
Got anything to shout out, Kobuddy?
I mean, you can listen to our podcast, Can't Escape from Watching Fate, which is me explaining the plot of Fate Grand Order to Ilion.
Hello.
Which, which, as I mentioned last time, is probably a lot better than Ilion was actually expecting going in.
Yes.
Especially since we started very low, because the early parts of Fate Grand Order are bad.
It starts very terrible. Yep. But then it gets very interesting. So yeah, we have that podcast together. And thanks everybody for stopping in. We do really appreciate it. We actually got some special requests for some movies, so maybe we'll be doing some of those soon. TM, we'll take a look at that. So thank you for suggesting some things. We definitely appreciate getting messages on Twitter or on our Gmail. We have @RoughCutsCast is our Twitter, and we have roughcutscast@gmail.com for our emails if you want to send us anything. We are very open to requests. There's a million of these movies, and if you want to see one in particular for some reason, we can try and honor that. We also have a Patreon, which we very much appreciate all the people that support us there too. You get it a little bit early. We generally release the episodes on Wednesdays, but you will get them on Tuesdays. So send them out a little bit earlier for you. And we'll try and add some more things to that also, because I think we've got some sticker packages and things. Look at giving out to people.
All right. Yeah. Well, I got these crab claws. Let me put these on real quick. I'm going to start hacking in to the NSA's mainframe. So,
okay, listen, you do not want to find out what the NSA says about you. Gonna tell you right now, they can be real passive aggressive. You don't want to hear it.
I'm in. All right.
And I'm out. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Alien clans.
I don't like crabs.